Are you frustrated because you're not getting a reply back to any of your applications on LinkedIn, Indeed, or any other job boards? Stick around and watch the full video. I will share the secrets that will help you get noticed and land your dream job. Before we get into the strategies, we have to talk about the problem and the challenges around only applying to LinkedIn, the job boards, Indeed, and any of those resources. One, we have to understand the market that we're in right now. We are in an employer market, not an employee market. There's layoffs happening across multiple industries. Don't be afraid, don't be fearful, but we have to understand that's the reality of the market that we're in. Two, so leading to two, the competition is stiff, the competition is high. So with it being an employer market, there's just so many more candidates applying to the same job. And three, that's leading to low visibility for you when you apply. Let's make it real. Like, let's just use an example. Let's just say you are a marketing professional. No in particular reason why I'm using that one, just an example. And you apply to a position at a company. Well, let's say you're applying on LinkedIn. Well, when you look on there, you can actually see how many people applied. If it doesn't redirect you to the job the career website of the company, but usually you can easy apply on LinkedIn. Well, if you look, you probably see hundreds of candidates that have applied, and that's not even accounting what the other channels that folks may have applied to. That's just not, that LinkedIn doesn't have visibility to. So think about it. Your candidate number 752, and do you like those odds? So think about the probability of your specific profile getting identified. You may be the most qualified individual, but it can be absolutely over. Could you imagine reviewing 700, 800 resumes? So sometimes you just may not have gotten the visibility. Okay, so now that we have that understood, now we can get into what do we do? What's the strategy? What are some ideas? What are some suggestions? Okay, so first, what we can talk about is you got to network. You have to network. It's really important to network and to stand out. What does networking look like? You apply to a position, and maybe you use your first level of connections and anyone in your network that you may know that works at the company, that may know somebody that knows somebody that works at the company. You have to get creative in this marketplace. It's not enough to just apply and hope you get a call. More times than not, it's not going to work, and it's going to take you a very long time to land your next role, especially if you're in between roles. If you're already working, it still can take you some time as well. And so I've worked with individuals and helped them land roles that they can that and they've condensed the time frame is because you have to be proactive. Just applying is not a proactive strategy. Okay. Two, we want to be direct. We want to do a direct reach out to the company. So you apply to the company and then you reach out to the company. But who is the company? It's the people that work at the company. You can look to see if you can identify someone that works at the company that is in your connections. It's a little bit different. It's still kind of tied to networking, but now you're looking for folks that specifically work for that company. And if they're not in your network or you don't know them, hey, still take a chance and reach out to people at the company. And you are a marketer at this stage. And the product that you're offering is you. You're the product, and so you got to market yourself to folks. But you also have your approach is really important as well. When you reach out to someone, I'm just giving you an example. It's not the be all end all, but you'll get the gist. When you reach out to someone, make sure you've done your homework. Make sure you've done your research. Make sure you share a walking deck. Um, make sure you ask for a 10-minute informational or 15-minute informational, something that a person can reasonably potentially say yes to. But overwhelming a busy professional could, especially with some of the larger companies, could you imagine how many reach outs they get in the day? So the thing is, how do you stand out? And then be persistent. If just because you get a no, keep moving forward. It's not personal. It's because they're probably busy. They may have overlooked it, or maybe they aren't interested. But that's okay. All you need is one or two people to make a connection. Then next thing you know, they refer you to someone else. And maybe your approach is, hey, just reaching out, saw your background, absolutely awesome background. Would like to connect for 10 or 15 minutes to learn about your experience with the company and how you're liking your current role. So don't be me. And then if you see an area where you can add value to the person that's reaching out, maybe you're commenting on their posts, maybe you are engaging with maybe some of their content, be creative. So yeah, I'm making some suggestions, but be creative. That's all I'm saying. Number three, maybe there's an opportunity to use, I'm going to say, social media, creating a brand for yourself in social media. What does that mean? Maybe you position yourself as a subject matter expert because you're sharing information that will allow you to stand out when you are reaching out to folks. And people, may you'd be surprised how many people are watching you and may not subscribe, like, or whatever. But people are watching, you're getting attention, you're getting attraction. But beyond the intention and people are being attracted to you, make sure you're providing value. So maybe you're sharing resources on LinkedIn and various communication platforms, and that's helpful to people based on your profession. Uh, so that can be how you can get some attention as well when you're reaching out to folks. Is like, because think about it, when you do reach out to people on LinkedIn, for example, the next thing that they probably do, they might type in your name. If they're not too busy, they may look through your profile. Are you interesting? So find ways to make people say, this person is pretty interesting. And so that's the other aspect of it as well. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you're also looking for more personalized plan strategy that fits you specifically, book a coaching session. The link is in the description. Happy to help, and we can get into some specifics. And to the next video, peace.